Good morning out there in the DFS community. It's Vaughn, the Stat Man, coming into your YouTube airwaves, and welcome to the Stat Room. How is everybody doing out there in the DFS community? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into these wonderful holiday picks and happy holidays to everyone, I hope everyone is going to enjoy this day with their families. Let me get into my positive word. And my word for this fine morning is freedom. And the freedom that I'm talking about today is financial freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask all of you that are watching this video or listening to this video a question. If you were deathly ill and the hospital couldn't save you and you needed to go to a place like Hippocrates, and if you don't know who or what Hippocrates is, Google it, where they cost $10,000 and they don't really accept medical insurance. You have to pay with your credit card or cash. Could you do that? Do you have the financial freedom to do that? If you wanted to say, tomorrow, let me just go to France with my lovely wife or my handsome husband, could you do that? If your kids didn't get into college on a grant, could you pay for their college? If you're financially free, you can, but if you're not, you can't. I know people who they are struggling so bad that they can't even take their lady out on a steak dinner date. Ladies and gentlemen, the way you become financially free is to strive for profits over wages. If you work a job, and a job is where you have absolutely no value to the company, like a Walmart job or a Sam's Club, any of those jobs, that means a job means that they can fire you today or tomorrow and they won't miss a beat. A career is like a doctor or lawyer. They can't just fire an open heart surgeon because that might be the only one in the hospital that actually can do that surgery. So, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the golden age, the first time ever in the existence of man that every single person can become financially free. If you don't believe me, it's called e-commerce. Everybody that's listening to this video can become financially free. If you start a drop shipping account on Amazon or Spotify, or like me doing my lineups on Fanduel or Draftkings, or what about the young man in Atlanta that sells bow ties on Amazon? Ladies and gentlemen, or the number one way to become financially free is trading on the Forex market or doing day trading with stocks and bonds. Now you have apps on your phone where you can do all of these things. You can start an account with $500 and in a year you can have 100 grand. And I'm living proof that it's possible, ladies and gentlemen. And if anybody wants to know more about day trading and the Forex market, send me an email. I'm with the number one company, and Les Brown just joined our company. So guys, if you want to be financially free, you have to change your mindset and you have to start pursuing profits over wages. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So, guys, before I get into these picks, let me introduce myself, guys. I am Vaughn the Stat Man. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStaTman. And, guys, check out the website, VonnTheStatman.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before I get into these picks, I have one question. And someone wanted to know, what is my opinion of DraftKings versus Fanduel? All right. Anybody knows when I first started doing DFS, when I started doing these videos last year in January, I was solely Fanduel. I loved Fanduel, and I developed my system around Fanduel. And then around, I would say, September of last year, I developed the DraftKings system. I stopped playing Fanduel when I saw the drop the lowest score, because I don't think that helps a skilled DFS player. Let's say you and I create a lineup, right? And we both have, the same score, but your drop the lowest score is a 0 and mine is a 23. That means we don't have the same skill, because with drop the lowest score, most people, they just go pick a $3,500 player, whether he plays or not, and then try to get a bunch of studs. That's not how DFS is meant to be played. That's why on DraftKings, every player matters, and you have to get the maximum out of each one. Now, the reason why I love DraftKings as opposed to Fanduel is because with DraftKings, almost every player is listed at 2 positions, unless it's someone like Rajon Rondo. He's only a point guard. Or if it's someone like Evan Turner, he's only a center. But most of the players like Stephen Curry, he's listed at a point guard or shooting guard, that means that that means you have more flexibility when creating your lineups. And most of the GPP contests on DraftKings, you have late swap options. So you don't have to worry about your guy not playing. DraftKings, I think they're more suited towards skill players. Fanduel is more suited to people who have a bunch of money that want to play a bunch of contests, because with the drop the lowest score and the late swap options, someone with a bunch of money has the advantage there. So that's my opinion of DraftKings and Fanduel. All right, guys, so let me get right into this 5-game slate, guys. At the point guard position, I'm giving you guys Stephen Curry. He's going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, who is one of the absolute worst defenses on the league at guarding the point guard position. And especially, they have a hard time fighting through screens. Stephen Curry comes off sometimes 2 down screens, and he's going to get a lot of corner 3-pointers. If Stephen Curry is on, he can go for 60 tonight, guys. All right, at the shooting guard position, I'm giving you guys James Harden. Have you ever heard the saying, am I my brother's keeper? Well, James Harden sure better be, because he's all they have in Houston. If he doesn't get 35 plus, they get blown out by 20. If he gets 25 points, they lose by 30 every night. Without Chris Paul on the court, without Trevor Ariza, without Miabute, whatever his name was, they have no defensive guys out there. Chris Paul is one of the best on-ball defenders. Ariza is one of the best 3-and-D defenders. And Miabute was one of the best power forward defenders. Without those guys, who plays defense now? Gordon? No. So Harden has to score, and he's going to get a lot of love to Capella. All right, at the small forward position, I'm giving you guys Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder is one of my favorite plays on the slate. And he's going to be a very, very overlooked guy on this slate because everybody's going to go with Durant and LeBron. And I personally think that Los Angeles Laker game is going to be a good game. So a lot of people are going to stack that game. But I'm going to go different, and I'm going to go Jay Crowder. I believe for 5,100, he gets me about 30 points. Okay, and last but not least, the boomstick play of the night is none other than Knox. This rookie is absolutely learning the game, and he has a coach that's giving him the green light. And he's playing against Milwaukee. If you know about Milwaukee's strengths, you don't want to play any small forwards against Giannis. You don't really want to play a point guard against Bledsoe, because Bledsoe, you ever look at Bledsoe, he looks like a football player. He's built like a linebacker, so it's hard to get around him. And you can set a screen on Bledsoe. He might knock the screener over because Bledsoe is so cock diesel. He's a strong guy. But Knox is going to have all the shots in the world, and Milwaukee is weak at the power forward position and the center position. So I think that Knox is going to have a big day. All right, guys, so that's it. Knox, Crowder, Harden, and Curry. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. I am on to Christmas with my family. I will be unavailable on Christmas Day. So if you need me, you better contact me Christmas Eve. And guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it can come true. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 2019, about to be 2019. Take advantage of e-commerce so you can become financially free. Love you guys.